Midnight Ramen is a minimally edited, live recorded podcast that takes place at midnight. Although Michael may not be consuming food, it's time to get your bowls out. It's chow time.
Welcome back to you. Break stride, sailing me. Free falling, just my enemy. Free from the things you say. It will all come back someday.
Good evening once again, gamers. It is midnight here. You are listening to the Midnight Ramen podcast, livecast, whatever floats your boat. Whatever plows your road. I hope y'all are doing well. I say plow your road because apparently, as of the recording of this podcast right now, we're in like a very historic snowstorm, apparently. It's like one of the biggest snowfalls in Minnesota, I guess. Like in snowstorms, I should say. It's like not the most snow that's ever fallen in Minnesota, but no, just in a snowstorm. I think in a single storm. I don't know whatever, but apparently like 2 feet, which honestly at the rate that it's coming down, I don't know what the hell they're talking about. I was driving a lot of I drove to work today, and this is not the worst that it's supposed to get. I think it's supposed to get the worst is happening literally right now, or in the morning. I don't know. I can't tell. But the thing that really I don't get is like the plows. Bless plow drivers. What they do, goddamn, that sucks. Like, man, I would love to drive a plow if I, because, I do love driving. Don't get me wrong. But, god dang. They're just out there killing it right now. Because, I haven't had any troubles. None. Absolutely none. I think maybe there were, a couple spots that, there was, piles of snow. But other than that, it's not like it was maneuverable or you could go around it or something like that. And I feel at this time of the year, I think people are more, what am I thinking? Are more adept to knowing what to do. And actually, hey, maybe we shouldn't drive at 60 miles an hour in a 65. Maybe we shouldn't. But there was definitely even today, when I was driving back home from work, I was going 60 at some points, which was crazy. And I don't mean because it was being seeing how fast I could go. No, I was just going at that speed. It was nuts. I think I think I was definitely gassing it on my own, not using cruise control, but it was definitely I was having a very good steady at least 50 miles an hour, and typically it's a 60 mile an hour zone, so yeah, not that bad, but apparently it's supposed to get a lot worse, so I don't know, but I'm probably gonna be shoveling a lot in the next day or two. I don't know. and at some point, it's kind of pointless because the snow, I think the big part of it is it's blowing a lot, and having to shovel it and then come back an hour later and all of that snow that you just moved is back, or basically the snow basically moved over. It's kind of pointless to do that. So like the big thing to do is either get a plow or something to clear it out or move the snow so you have somewhere to put it. And I think that's kind of what my family did. I don't know. I haven't looked, but yeah, I have not had any trouble recently. And that also, like, a weird thing is too, and I'll say this because I'm with my parents at the moment, that my dad, the first time in like, and I don't mean this against him at all, it was the first time I've ever seen him shovel snow in a long time, and I don't mean that in a bad way. And I'm a little surprised, but I'm like, good for him, because like I think the big thing that really scared him off is that when I was in like sixth or seventh grade, so like about 10 years ago, a coach, one of the coach of like the gymnastics team in my town, passed away when he was shoveling snow, and it was like the first snow of the year, and his heart gave out, and I think my dad was like, yeah, I don't know, I don't want to end up like him, and he was not in bad shape at all. He wasn't, but I think that's the main reason he really held off doing it for a long time. And I think yesterday he was just like, fuck it. Just like, I might as well because I'm bored. And that was good of him. And I was a bit surprised, but no, it's good to see him doing so because he should do it. He needs to do some stuff. Not saying it in a mean way or a bad way, but no, it's good to see him getting some exercise here and there. Because like in the winter there's not a whole lot to do. Like there's not a lot of ways to get exercise and stuff like that, unless if you're shoveling snow and stuff like that. And he works like a desk job, so it's not like really benefiting yourself to be doing strenuous amounts of exercise. You're sitting most of the time. So yeah. And that's why I like doing the jobs I do. I like setting up events. Um, like even like delivering pizzas. I like doing that because like I'm in a car when I'm delivering pizzas a lot of the time, but I'm moving. I'm moving. I'm like once I get out of the car, I'm moving. Like driving is only part of the job, but running, getting to the doors, going upstairs, stuff like that, getting the orders, like carrying stuff. That's good exercise. Um, Also, like especially the winter, I find like driving in the winter is fun sometimes because you're in a hot box. You're basically hot boxing yourself, and it's awesome because like it's cold outside, but you're toasty warm, and nobody can stop you. Nobody can stop you to be nice and warm. Yeah. I have, yeah. But anyways, again, so I hope y'all are enjoying. You are listening to the Midnight Ramen podcast. I mean, I've already started the episode, but you can catch my stuff on YouTube right now. Or now you can catch past episodes and get caught up, stuff like that. Get caught up, really, but like you can watch past episodes on YouTube. Um, I really should get on my case about getting onto other stuff like audio platforms, but I'm just bad at it. I'm just being bad at it. And you can watch me record these live on twitch.tv/Meltalurk Original. Uh, yeah. And I was kind of worried I was kind of worried that I was supposed to get off at 10 o'clock from my job. And I thought, oh God, the roads are going to be shit. And then the event that I was working was like, yeah, we're going to basically move more or less everything up an hour. So instead of getting, technically we're still like, we're scheduled to be at 10 to get done at 10, but like we were more or less done at like 9:15, 9:30. And when I got home, like I left it like, I want to say I got out of there at 9:30 or got in my car at like 9:30, got home at like 10:10. And that drive is like 30-40 minutes. So that tells you how like effortlessly it took me to get home, which is kind of good. And like my job has like a parking ramp, which is mainly for guests and stuff like that. But today I was like, yeah, I don't want to have to shovel my car off, like shovel like a foot of snow or whatever off my car. And so I'm like, yeah, nope, not having that. So I parked in the ramp, and there wasn't a lot of people there. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So yeah, it was good, and my car was clean. By the time I got home, I was like toasty warm in that thing. Like god damn, god damn. I also have like a seat warmer in it and in my car for the driver because, but it's like one of those ones that you plug into the cigarette burner because my car is older and that thing heats up like fast when it's on high. So it's got like basically two settings. I got low, which basically isn't really on, and then there's high, which is like, yeah, you're gonna basically start cooking in like a minute. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it now, Mr. Krabs. Yeah, it's crazy how fast that thing heats up. Like you'll sweat, like you'll get the ass sweats within like 5. Like you'll be sticking to your seat. It's not good. It's kind of funny, but I'm not joking. Even when it's like -50 out, that you'll be sticking to your seat in 5 minutes because of how hot that thing is. You'll be sweating so much that you will be sticking. Does that logic? Does that logic sound right? I feel like that makes sense, but also at the same time it doesn't. You know? I don't know. That doesn't matter. That does not matter. But I I I want to know because it feels like because I checked the weather forecast, and I've seen a lot of meteorologists say what this storm cell is. It's like a lot of states are getting just absolutely pummeled by snow. Uh, it it I don't know if it's like the biggest. It's definitely gonna hit the record books for sure. I don't know for Minnesota how it's gonna be, but for uh for like across the U.S. definitely for sure. Um, how long to say that's gonna be on there? Who knows? Who knows? But it's gonna definitely be a record-setting storm for a lot of places. Uh, but I feel like at this point of the year, people are a lot more inclined to know what the hell they're doing in terms of like preparation, stuff like that. Especially around again in Minnesota. I think we're prepared for it. Are we gonna struggle a little bit? Yeah, of course. No, duh. But I don't think it's gonna be as crazy. Like we're not gonna be like The Last of Us or anything like that. We're just like shit. We can't do anything. We're fucked. I don't think that's how it's gonna be. Just absolutely screwed. I don't think that's how it's gonna be. But I feel like there is gonna be struggling and yeah, stuff like that. So I'm not too concerned about it. I don't mind shoveling. Tend to what I tend to do when I have to do it, um, and I think I really got this like set up when I was at the TV station, is what I wear when I get up or when I do that is wear two pairs of socks, one long, one short, just to make the long one just to basically cover up my long underwear, winter underwear, because you gotta have that. Um, like over my winter underwear, I can even like show it. Like it's like I'm wearing winter underwear right now because like it's comfy. It's comfy. Like have a long sock over that, and then a short sock over my foot because my feet get cold. And then, like for like a shirt, sweat like other than like a shirt, I wear a sweatshirt, and then probably another coat or a sweatshirt, hat, gloves, maybe another set of gloves. Don't know. Depends on how bad it is. It really depends. And then the face stuff is kind of weird. I think when I was at the TV station, I did like a scarf around my face, but you can. The cool thing is you can also use like masks, like COVID masks, to do that too. But I've always had them get like super just like wet and sticky. Not wet, not sticky, just like soaked, because you're breathing a lot. But it keeps your face nice and warm, because especially like your nose and your nose and that just tend to be like the thing that get cold, and that's the thing that you want to cover. So like that's what I ended up doing, is bringing like a coat, one of my, like a cloth COVID mask or something like that. And you could probably, and then I think like N95s, you can do that pretty much, this like same principle. Like, and we have like quite a few like black ones, which you can use over and over again, and use them as actual COVID masks if need be. But yeah, it it because like I went out there, and it works. It really works. I can stay out there for hours, for literal hours. Like it was like negative, like in the negatives before the wind chill, and I would just be scraping off cars all the time, scraping off the satellites, like every day when I was working, like during the breaks. I would always be doing that, just like going ham. Like no one would stop me, because like I would get it done, and it was like, it's something to do. It really was something to do uh in those down times. And I was never cold. I don't think I ever felt cold when I did that. So yeah, I've thought, I've really big brained it. Uh, but it's also like some, you got to find your own comfort zone on how many layers you need to get on. Because like I didn't really need a lot, because like you get used to it. Uh, like the song "Used to It" by the band Gradients, which you can find on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, and other music platforms right now. It's from the album The Call. This does not count as the end one that I referenced them. It does not. Mr. Electric, send him to the principal's office now and have him expelled. He stole my dream journal. I did not. God, that movie was so fucked. Speaking of which, um, me and my girlfriend saw, Ant-Man Quantumania, where MODOK is basically Darren from the first movie, the main bad guy from the first movie, who was Yellow Jacket, or whatever. But in the end of Ant-Man, he basically got like contorted, and like his body shrank in different times and whatever. That when he was sent to the quantum he basically more or less just turned into how MODOK is shaped. He's basically just like a big head with a small body. So honestly, it was a good fit and a good pick. Like you can't go wrong with how they did it. Like, it looked goofy as hell. It looked like Mr. Electric from Shark Boy and Lava Girl with the screen face. Like, it looked so funny. But like, I think that was only like the first or second time that MODOK was on screen. But after that, like, it was fine. Like, people really give it a lot of shit, and I feel bad for a lot of the VFX artists, because like they are basically getting grinded into dust so that these movies can get made, and it sucks. But given with what they have, and the times that they get, yeah, it may look goofy at some points, but like, hey, it's not bad. The movie was passable. I mean, there was worse. There was Thor: Love and Thunder. As much as people wanted that movie to work, it didn't. And I it's not to say that I hated it, but I don't think I had a good experience watching it because the theater that I went to, which is now basically gone, the 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 like room theater I went in, I could hear just like this high pitch like ringing noise coming from one of the speakers, and I was just like, I want to go and ask if someone can like check on that or get that fixed or something like that. And it happened for the whole movie. So I'm like, I'm just trying to pay attention, and I couldn't because I just have this like like high pitch ringing noise just constantly going off in the, like back left corner of my, my view or whatever. And it just kind of like during like certain scenes it really got me out. um the story was okay. Same with this one. The story was okay. Certain characters, and it's not really a spoiler, but no shit. Um, uh, Kang was good. Kang, I think they really are stressing how dangerous he is, and I think like the consequences and other stuff like that in the movie definitely show that he is a big ass threat, and he shouldn't be taken seriously. And I think people recognize that, but they're not like. I think even the people that hated the movie were just. I feel like the critics gave it just like are bombing it for no reason, just be like, oh, VFX looks like poop. It's like stories, oh meh, story is mid and the VFX is poop. It's like, yeah, the VFX artists are literally being worked to the bone. Why don't you do it? Why don't you do it, fucker? It's part of my language, but seriously, I feel bad for these people. And they're doing good work. Don't get me wrong, they're doing good. They're doing God's work. Like I can't say I can do that. It's nasty. But you know, at some point, like they need to slow their roll with what they're doing with Marvel. Because like I was watching like, uh, but like I don't see why people are getting so uppity about this movie when it's like kind of it's about Ant-Man Quantumania when it's like set in this like sci-fi s setting, and they're like, oh, why is everything's like green screen and CGI? It's like, well, are you gonna make a CGI setting of a place that doesn't exist? Why make a full set full of, things? Why make a full ass set that would cost like thousands of dollars to make when you can basically make fake for like use a green room and make it for like a fraction of the cost? Like level with me here. Come on. Like as much as I want to say that the VFX artists can't do, all that stuff, you know, I feel for them, but like how are you gonna like how are you gonna say that movie setting bad when it's not a place that exists? You can't. You can't. But like a lot of it, yeah, the story in it is okay. The story in it is okay. I mean, could it be better? Yes, of course. No shit. No shit. But it's good enough. Honestly, it's good enough. Could the characters be better? Yeah, but they really established that King is definitely a fucking threat and should not be taken lightly. And yeah, Modoc's just like a secondary villain, but I think like the tone of him as he's kind of a comic relief, but he's kind of a villain, but not much of a. I think they could have made him more threatening, like actually a threat, but they didn't because you don't want to show him a mental organism designed only for killing, actually killing. Like they're gonna be kids in this theater. They can't do that. They can't be just like, you're not gonna be killing unless if you're doing boom boom explosions of fake characters that you barely know, you know? Like, you feel? And so like there's no reason for him to do that. And also like Darren as a character, he really talks like, hey, I haven't seen you in a long time. I mean, I hate your guts. I want you dead, but I really have not seen you in a long time. How's it going? And he does that with every single one of the protagonists, basically. And then, I mean, like, yeah, he does want to kill him, but he's like, I'm not gonna do that yet. If anything, I'm not gonna. He'll do it. He'll do it. No shot. But how you been? You're dead. I know that, but hey, how you been? And that I think that's honestly, it's a good character. He was good. He was good. And that just made me think of something. Is Pedro Pascal in the MCU? I feel like he is. I don't think he is. But speaking of him, I've heard like people are getting all up about The Last of Us. It's like, my brothers in Christ, you don't know what's happening in the I feel like what's happening in The Last of Us, people are getting like, oh, there was a cliffhanger in this episode. It's like, guys, guess what? It's a video game. You can go look at it. You can go watch literally the whole thing because it's a PlayStation game. It's a literal movie. It's a movie. Grab a popcorn. You maybe have to like play a little bit, but it's PlayStation. It's a PlayStation exclusive game, so it's basically just a movie, but with buttons sometimes. But you have control at some points. Some points. As I stare deep into the camera. Not that I hate PlayStation, I just don't care for like how just cinematic they try to make every single one of their games. I just don't care for it. But I like what I get. I haven't watched any of it, but I like what they're doing with it. They're staying very accurate to the source material and making sure that every scene or whatever is like, I don't want to say one for as close to one for one with what the game does. I mean, there's like some things here and there that they can't do this and that, but they keep it very true to what the game does and what happens in the game, which is incredible. Like, incredible. In the year of our Lord and Savior 2023. And they, filmed this last year, so like, that's crazy. It's crazy. Crazy. I think a lot of people were really like, hell yeah, about the Nick Offerman episode where he's basically like being a survivalist and shit like that. But yeah, with the gay couple, I haven't watched it, but yeah. What was I getting at? There's a point I was getting at. I can't remember. Oh, I was so close. This close to having what I was thinking of at the beginning of it. I feel like, oh yeah. I feel like it's like the anime thing where it's like the anime situation where it's like people are like, oh, what's gonna happen next? I don't know. Read the manga. The source material is out there, idiot. If you want to know what happens, or if like, oh, the show was all of a sudden canceled, but it was left on a cliffhanger, but there's more content to it, read the manga. Look at the source material. You stupid idiot. Figure it out. Am I going to read all of Lord of the Rings? No. That's too long. Am I going to read all of Harry Potter? No. Because no. No. Am I going to watch the movies? Sure. Okay, speaking of Harry Potter, I have not watched like 3 and 5. Yeah, I haven't watched 3 and 5. 3, like, I can't. I feel like I tried. Every time I try watching it, I just don't. Like, I watch like, get to a certain point and I'm just like, I fall off. Whatever. 4 is awesome. 4 is awesome. And then 6, I mean 5, the only thing I remember from 5 is that scene with the orbs. Scene with the orbs and they all crash down and stuff like that. That was the fight in the I can't remember where it is. I can't think of where it is. The outside, I can't remember. But that fight, I don't know. Other than that, I can't tell you what happens in it. I've watched 1, 2, 4 for the most part. 6, 7 part 1 and 7 part 2. And I haven't watched any of Lord of the Rings. Even though it's like, come on, it's a classic. And it's like, oh, he broke his, when he kicked that helmet, he broke his toe right on that take. It's like, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Oh, speaking of which, Magic is actually printing a Universes Beyond 2 sets. I think they're breaking up into 2, but I think they're coming in the one's coming in the summer, and then another one is coming in like December. But they're like fully fledged sets, I think, or from what I've been hearing. Sounds interesting. Hopefully we don't go through product whiplash like we went last year. Like we had Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, which was the some of that stuff is hella expensive now, but it's it's still good. New Capenna. Anyway, so New Capenna, and then into Commander Baldur's Gate, into Double Masters, into 22, Double Master 2, into whatever the next one was, I don't remember. Dominator United, into Brothers War. So like by the time we got to like Dominator United, we already went through a shit ton. And then you had Unfinity in between Dominator United and Brothers War. So like too many sets at once. Too many sets. Which hopefully they don't do. Like I think what they have now, leave it. Don't add any more. We're fine. We don't need any more. It's too crazy. We don't need it. We don't need it. And speaking of, let's get to some pack opening because I'm already there. Hit the greed. And then I got 6 packs of Dominaria Remastered. So we're going to open a couple of those, roll the dice, and you know what? Let's make it a true D6 roll. However many I roll on the dice is how many packs I'm going to open. 3. That's what I rolled. So I'm going to open 3. 2 and 3. And I have 3 packs left. Yo. Alright. So first pack, I'm opening right now. Ooh, this one opened up pretty fine. Alright. Let's see. I can never get my hand just like in a good position to actually open these. Ember Beast, Impulse, Spirit Link, whatever tutor, Chain Lightning, hey, Slippery Crest, the Mind Stone, Confiscate. We're going on to the uncommons. Stand and Deliver. Lightning Rift. Ooh, whenever a player cycles a card, you may pay 1. If you do, Lightning Rift deals 2 damage to any target. And then the rare is Lieutenant Poop. And then, huh? Monastery Blank? What? Ooh, wild growth. Okay, what's going on here? Huh? Huh? I don't even know what's going on in this pack. Because the rare was like a weird the old art, and then I got just a common after that. That's weird. I don't get that. I don't know what. That was kind of out of order. It was kind of out of order in my opinion. But yeah. But they also said that there was going to be a Commander Legends or whatever set, which I'm kind of excited for. And they also have like precons, and fuck, I might buy all of them because they're good. Because there's Slivers, Eldrazi, Planeswalkers, and there's another one that I did not pay attention to. Oh, enchantments, all good ones. I'm just like, you fuckers. I'm gonna get this deck. I want them. I want them. You assholes. All right, second pack. Street Wraith into Elvish Apparition, Undying Rage, Size, White Man Lion, Terminal Phyrexian Rager, Wild Dogs, Rada, Hair of Keld, Gerald's Verdict, Wall of Junk, Wall of Junk, and then onto the rare. Another one of these weird, like, old ones. So, Rith the Awakener. Whenever it deals combat damage, you may pay 2 and a green. If you do, choose a color, then create a 1/1 green separately creature token for each permanent of that color. Okay. And then an Icon Javeliers. And then a foil Goblin Medic. What's again another pack where it's just kind of weird and what the huh? Ewe? Ewe? Huh? Ewe? I'm not understanding what these packs are doing. But I feel some heat coming in this next pack that I'm opening right now. Ooh, that kind of opened up a little funny, but that was okay. That was okay. The smell of these cards in particular are just kind of, they're not, I've said this before, but they're kind of odd. Like, other sets do not smell like this, and it's weird. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. Uh, anyways, Renewed Faith, Twisted Experiment, Primal Boost. Hey, yo, give me the boost. Lightning Reflex, Glitwing Invoker, Chain Lightning, Slippery Crest, the Mind Stone, Dress. Ooh, Swords to Plowshares. That's pretty good. Squirrel Nest, Wax and Wane, and then Absorb is the rare. Okay, that's actually pretty okay. And it's not great. And then, ooh, Mog War Marshal for the retro frame. And then a Swamp. Alright, not great packs. Not great packs. You know what? I'm gonna open them until I get a good one. I gotta. I'm gonna if I have to, I'm gonna finish this box. I feel like that's probably what I'm gonna have to do. Why? Cause I'm a greedy bastard. I'm greedy. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. I'm feeling it. Get that token out of my face. It's a zombie. All right. Fourth one because I'm a greedy boy. Subterranean Scout, Leaden Fists, Nomad Decoy, Goblin Turncoat, Felidar Seeker, or I don't even know, Ornithopter, Terminal Morier, or Marine, Rex and Rager, Wild Dogs, for Carvu, Crop Rotation. That's actually pretty good. Floodgate. Ooh, and Tomb for the rare. Hey, and it's a full art. Okay, actually that's good. That's good. I think that might be good. I'm gonna check it real quick. Actually, yeah, let's check it. Hold on. Hold the fucking phone. Hold the phone. Let's go to the browser. Let's go to the browser. Let's check this out real quick because I think and two might wrong one. Nope, wrong one. That'll work. You know what? Let's go to TCG Player because that's typically where I go for this. My ear academia, get that shit out of here. Get that shit out of here. Tomb borderless. That. Okay. $7 card. That was a hit. That was a good one. I'm feeling greedy. I'm feeling greedy. Let's go. Let's open it. Let's open. You know what? Let's open the rest. I'm greedy. I'm greedy. I'm gonna do it. I'm greedy. I'm feeling the greed. We're finishing this box tonight, baby. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs. So Entomb is the top one we gotta beat. Honestly, that's some good art right there. That is some good art. I love it. Ooh, this one's a little tight. That was kind of sus, but it just said right there. Like, ew, eh? Huh? Wait a minute. What you just do? Hold up, wait a minute. And the token is a token of token. Grape Shot, that's a good one. Very good one. Snap. Oh, snap. Radiant Judgment. Street Wraith. Wrath? Wraith. Elvish Aberration. Stonework Evoker. Solar Blast. Observer's Search. Orin's Thunder. Domar's Cavern. Quicksilver Dagger. Actually, I want to see. Okay. Factor Fiction. And Xira Aaron. She's okay. She's okay. She's okay. I think that's a special one if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. And then Juggernaut for the weird one and Forest. Okay. What am I doing with this? All right. The final pack of the box. Will we get some heat in this? I feel some last pack luck in this one. If we get a mythic, I'm gonna freak. I'm gonna take her to my penthouse, and I'm gonna freak it. Big dog status ain't gonna keep this. No, I don't even know what I'm saying. All right, let's open up this last pack. Hopefully, it's gonna be good. I think this is. This token is a goblin. It's time to go goblin mode on this pack, you know? Course and Restore on tap. Oh, that's actually pretty neat. Up to 3 that's actually not bad. A Subterranean Scout. Leaden Fists. Nomad Decoy. Phyrexian Debaser. Based on what? Slippery Crest. The Mind Stone. Duress. Okay, moving on to the uncommons. We got Lightning Rift. Nature's Lore. Thread Return. For the rare mythic slot, we got Forgotten Ancient. Oh, in the retro frame. So I don't know if this. When a player casts a spell, you may put a +1/+1 counter on Forgotten Ancient at the beginning of your upkeep. You remove any 1/1/+ counters from Forgotten Ancient to another creature. So And then Polluted Mire, and then what is the foil? Ooh, and foil and tomb. Okay, that's in a retro frame. Okay, okay, we did it. We did it, boys. Last pack. Okay, okay. Entomb. We're entombing this box. Oh boy. Okay, let's check that right now. Okay, that's pretty epic. That's epic. That's nuts. 6 near mint. The foil of it is saying it's about 11, $12. Not bad. It's not bad. I'm gonna double check it. Let's check it on Car Kingdom. Car Kingdom to go into do. Tomb. Tomb. Mastered. Retro frame. I think it's saying, yeah, collector. Yeah. Huh. $11 or like 12. It's saying $12 and you're meant for them. So that's not bad. Also, they're saying the Entomb borderless is about $12 too. So that's kind of weird. Let me check if I add foil onto it because they usually like switch it to foil. They add a lot more onto it. $23. Holy shit. God damn. That's also on like Card Kingdom as well. So some stores do a lot higher, some others don't. So that was a good hit. Two entombs, entombing this box. We will lay. We are laying this box to rest. I have another one, but I'm saving that for a special occasion. I don't know. Maybe selling it off. I don't know. However, this box is done. It's probably going to be used for storage. I have a lot of boxes I need to find homes for, just trash. But that's for later. That's for later. That's for later, mater. But yeah, that was epic. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty fun. I That's why I love cracking packs because God, sometimes you do get just like stinker packs where it's just like but then you pull something like that final pack, last pack luck, it's crazy, crazy. And I thought I was gonna lose on that one. Just I was like I had a gut feeling. And Mythic Lyric never lies. He knows. Like that, the gut feeling down there, that is Mythic Lyric, knows when there's a good pack. Never fails. Never fails. And I think I might have said it in a previous episode, but I was opening one of these packs before I was gonna go off and do deliveries one day. And I'm like, like I was gonna do some like basically more or less fortune telling with a pack of cards just to see like, well, how are tips gonna be tonight? And I opened an Urza, Lord High Artificer, like crazy. That card is $23. I'm like, what? What? Like, good thing I was like taping it because like, geez, I would have. It was nuts. It was so crazy. Uh, Good thing you got it for content too. That was a good one. That was a good pack. I'm not kidding. And as much as I don't want to be talking about Magic anymore, but man, March of the Machines has done my boy Omnath bad. So for those that are unaware about Omnath, or really whatever, sorry about talking about Magic a lot, but I do. But Omnath is basically this creature that's more or less just he's magic. He's basically the land's magic of the. I think he's Zendikar from Zendikar. This universe or plane called Zendikar. I want to say, and over the like 10 years or so, he started out with green mana, and then he gained some magic, some mana from red, and then he got blue, and then he got white, and people are like, oh, how's he gonna get black? When's he gonna get black? They're like, when's he gonna be, you know, fully complete with all the colors? And then they spoiled his card, and people are like, I was so sad. He got completed. And I mean that in the Phyrexian way. And I was so sad. I was like, my boy! I have neglected my boy. I uh I I was so sad. Alexa, this is play Despacito. Play it. Hey Alexa, play Despacito. If that triggered anyone's Alexa. Okay, Google. Uh play. Yeah, I'm gonna try that over again. Okay, Google. Play Chug Jug with You by Leviathan. Oh God! I triggered this. I played. Oh my God! I actually got to be right back. Okay, Google, stop. Oh, I'll be right back. I actually got to turn off the Google. Oh my God! I triggered. Oh God! I triggered the Google. Okay, Google, stop. I can't believe I triggered the. I can't believe I did trigger the Google. It apparently was playing JoJo Siwa. I'm just like, huh? I didn't do that. And it was playing it loud. No. No. Oh my gosh. I'm definitely clipping that. Oh, and I can't like see. Here's the thing: I can't clip it or anything because I feel like that's gonna trigger someone's thing to go up. No, I feel like if something were to accidentally kill you in apocalypse, like right now or something like that, or like in a zombie apocalypse or uh, uh um what's like in a quiet place, like something like that. The thing that will definitely kill you is someone doing exactly that. That's the thing that will kill you. Because you'll be like, oh no, 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 no. Wait. And then you're dead. It's just like, I did not expect that to go off. Just like out of nowhere. It's like, okay. That was funny. That was kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. Fuck around and find out. Mm-hmm. And I did find out. I'm definitely gonna look through that and see how loud it is. If it actually like was audible. Oh my God, I'm just like, oh no. No. Oh my gosh. No. Anyway, yeah, it's whatever. Oh man. No real Mountain Dew news that I can really think about. But let's do like, you know what? I've been thinking about like other bits that I wanted to do. Let's do content creator shout outs kind of near the end of the episode because like why not? Um I mean I'll list a few because I'm not gonna I don't really know. At least for this episode, I guess. Or maybe a couple. So like some of the discords that I'm in one of them that I'm in is like the Gus Johnson uh what Discord because like yeah, say what you want, say if you care about his content or whatever, um but it's a good place. He for those that aren't aware, I'm not gonna get into it. Um, he did bad stuff, but then I think he's definitely made up for it. I think he's definitely apologized and made up for it and stuff like that. So get over that. Whatever. But they're definitely he's built a good community up on Twitch and stuff like that, and is still putting up a lot of good content, good short content, which is kind of lost in today's like YouTube platform, especially like how ad revenue and stuff like that. Like the big way that you can support like YouTubers and other content creators, like doing Patreons and stuff like that, and merch and stuff like that, like side gigs and all that sort of stuff like that. But some of the other ones, some of those small streamers that I would say to look at least today that I've watched from that are Muzzrilla, Matt Zachman. I'm trying to. A big one is Tim, but I can't find him on here. I know he's in here somewhere. He's here somewhere. But like for sure, Matt Zachman. He's a good one. Um, I've seen a couple of his streams. Uh, I think Mozzarilla's been doing some Shotgun Farmers, like, which is a game on like Steam, which is for free, which is like basically farming COD, like COD, but it's farming, like cartoonish. I don't know. I haven't really seen a whole lot of it or played a lot of it, but that's fun. Um, like Mad Zachman's a good one that I've seen a couple times here and there. That I like his content. I do like his content, but yeah, I do. That's a couple shout outs that I want to do. Just kind of near the end of the episode, and I feel like I should be doing that a little bit more. Uh, like so, if I were to suggest like some music, I've been I think on the way to work, the one song that I was listening to on a playlist, um, was and it's I mean, like he's a Minnesota artist, but Young Gravy, obviously Young Gravy's got some good stuff. Um, I I I was I'm not like big of a fan, but I've known his stuff since like my freshman year of college with I'm trying to think of which one that I've heard. Mr. Clean. That was a big one when I was a freshman in college that I think everyone listened to because it was just so funny. Mr. Clean. Or the whole damn team. Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean. God, that one's a good one. But then Betty, which is basically a remix, uses like samples from Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley, which he sued for like $1 million, which like I get it. But at the same time, there's been a lot of that kind of thing happening in music today. Like that one, Freaky by Nicki Minaj, which uses Super Freak or samples Super Freak and uses the exact, same, beat, whatever. And there's another one that I'm thinking of, but I forgot what it was. But though, but I feel like, Big Energy, which is just dependent on Mariah Carey's Sweet Sweet Fantasy, which wouldn't that song would not exist if it weren't for Free Guy. That song would not exist. Big Energy. I'm saying not Sweet Sweet Fantasy, because that song was, a thing for decades or whatever. Free Guy's a good movie. Goddamn. I watched that movie 3 times in the theaters and only paid for it once. So the first time I went and saw it, me and my sister like, hey, you want to go see Free Guy? I'm like, sure. And then I visited my girlfriend at the time, and she's like, hey, want to go see Free Guy? I'm like, I've already seen it, but sure. And then when I was like, I said to one of my buddies, it's like, hey, you want to go see Free Guy? And he's like, sure. So I paid. So I paid my my repentance or whatever, or my toll to go see that movie. And it's, in my opinion, I think it's better than Ready Player One. Ready Player One is just a shill for Steven Spielberg's Steven Spielberg's works in 80s content nostalgia. It's not that great in retrospect. I think it has a good insight into like VR stuff, and like in kind of in like retrospect, I think maybe at some point in the future that can be more of a reality, but like the way that it is in the movie is just like, hmm, hmm. And I think like, yeah, I'm not gonna get into the minutia of it, but I feel like Free Guy did it is more accurate to how the gaming scene is today, and like how gaming as a whole, like as a company, and as like companies and stuff like that, enterprises and IP and all of that. I think that it really figured it out and did it so well. And like it integrated. It's like, hey, we're owned by Disney. Guess what? We have we have Captain America's shield. We have a lightsaber. We know we're aware of it. We know, but that that's that's how the gaming industry works. Is like, hey, we're owned by this company that owns this. Why don't we just do a crossover event? Stuff like that. And I think it did that well. It was aware of it, and it does say a lot about today's society and gaming society as a whole. And how big companies, and it came out at a very good time, because basically that's when Blizzard decided to self-implode and basically say that, yeah, all of our like corporate people are a bunch of assholes or stuff like that, or misogynists or whatever. I can't remember that whole situation, but basically that's around the time that happened. And it's kind of funny that Free Guy came out at that exact same time or near that exact same time that all of this came out. I'm just like, God damn, I love this movie. I mean, is it basic? In a way, yeah, but it's also pretty decent. Like, I ain't gonna lie. It is Hollywood, like, there's a little bit of disconnect in there, but like, they're kind of spot on with how the gaming scene is today. Kind of spot on. Is it a bit corny? Yes. Obviously. Like, duh. But it's true. It's so fucking true. I hate to say it. It is. It so is. But that's enough. That's enough. Because it's, you know what? It's not midnight here anymore. So let's wrap this thing up. Thank you guys for listening. Once again, I hope you've had a good time here, listening and watching and all that other fun stuff. You can catch me record these live at twitch.tv/Melted Lyric Original. Or if you want to watch the recording, like watch them after they've whatever, you can catch them on YouTube, eventually on other sound streaming services like Spotify and Apple Music and stuff like that. Or not Apple Music, it would be Apple Podcasts, but we'll get to that eventually. And I'd like to thank Gradients for the use of the song Used to It off of the album The Call. Good stuff. What can I say? What can I say about them that I haven't said before? I like their music. I like their stuff. I know the band members. I've known them for years. They're just good boys. I love my boys. And yeah. And thank you to you again. Once again, thank you guys for listening and watching. I can't say that enough. But as I say every time when I fuck this up, I mess this up all the time. It may not be midnight here anymore, but it's midnight somewhere. So until it becomes midnight here, until it becomes, dang it. You know what? I need to write this down. I really should write this down, but I don't, because I'm stupid. That's what it is. So, let's try this again. Focus. It may not be midnight here anymore, but it's midnight somewhere. But until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Yeah, well, just when I needed you, I see from a different view. it. I was scared, but now I'm used to it.